When I think about failure, I think about it from a couple of perspectives. So one of the perspectives would be the experience I had as a child, probably early adolescence, when I tried out for Little League Baseball and I didn't get chosen. And there was something about the way the tryouts were done that I couldn't quite name at the time. I mean, it's taken me a long time to figure this out, but basically, looking back, it was a process that was like advantaged certain young people who had connections and disadvantaged others who didn't have those connections and didn't have sort of like the superstar sort of athletic ability. I knew that something was wrong. I internalized that to a certain extent. There must be something wrong with me, but it bothered me. And I think part of navigating experiences of failure is getting in touch with, like, what was the cause of that? And this is not meant to say that I have no responsibility to the experiences that are failures, but I think we have a tendency to process experiences that don't turn out the way we wish they did. In our sort of hyper individual responsibility culture, we have a tendency to say, well, if it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, then there must be something wrong with me. I must have made a mistake. And that's not always the case. And I think helping people explore, like, why didn't that work? Open to thinking about, did I play any role in that process? And learning from that, but also being ready to recognize where systems may have been at play that disadvantaged me and others who were in similar situations. I think it's appropriate to have a critical eye on those experiences and not just say, oh, it must have been something I did and I need to do it differently. It's like, well, wait a minute. Let's really understand what happened here. That said, I can think of times when I was working on things and it just didn't work out. And I had to ask myself, why did I do that, knowing as things got closer, realizing as things got closer that it wasn't going to be the result I was hoping for. And again, I think it's complicated. I think that there are times when if we see that something isn't going to turn out the way we want it to, that may be a good reason to step back and say, I'm going to pause. It may also be a challenge that I still need to face regardless of the consequences, because faithfulness to the principles involved may be more important than success.